Imagine this, a man so obsessed with fantasy novels that he wakes up one day and decides he's the hero, like full main character energy. He puts on a suit of armor, grabs a dusty old lance, and charges off to fight windmills he's convinced are giants. Sound familiar? Maybe like your friend who just watched Outlander and now thinks they're going to marry a Scottish Highlander? That's the vibe of Don Quixote, the book that gave us the word Quixote and probably invented delusional optimism. But this isn't just an old-timey meme. It's a masterpiece, and it's secretly one of the funniest books that you'll ever read. Don Quixote was written by Miguel Cervantes way back in the 1600s. Basically the same time Shakespeare was doing his thing in England. Fun fact, Cervantes and Shakespeare died in the same year. Coincidence or a literary conspiracy? Okay, but real talk, Cervantes was ahead of his time. Spain was obsessed with knight stories, like the medieval version of superhero franchises. And he looked at all of that and said, what if I turned this into satire? He wrote Don Quixote as both a love letter and a roast of fantasy storytelling. And the wildest part, this book is considered the first modern novel. Cervantes basically created the blueprint for everything we read today. Here's what happens. Alonso Quijano is this middle-aged guy who reads so many books about knights that he loses touch with reality. He renames himself Don Quixote, throws on some rusty armor, and declares himself a knight errant. His mission? To bring back chivalry, fight evil, and win the heart of his lady love, a random farm girl he calls Dulcinea. Dulcinea has no idea he exists. Joining Don Quixote on his adventures is his sidekick, Sancho Panza, basically the Samwise Gamgee of the story. He's practical, hilarious, and goes along with Quixote's delusions because he's promised an island as a reward. So why should you care about this 400-year-old story? First, it's hilarious, like actual laugh out loud funny. There's a scene where Don Quixote attacks a bunch of windmills thinking they're giants, and it goes exactly how you'd expect. But beneath the comedy, Don Quixote hits different. It's about chasing your dreams, even when the world thinks you're ridiculous. It's about holding on to hope when reality feels dull. If you've ever gotten lost in a book or a daydream, Don Quixote is you. It's also about friendship. Sancho Panza might make fun of Don Quixote, but he never leaves his side. And honestly, we all need a Sancho in our lives. Here's the kicker. Don Quixote inspired basically every epic quest story ever. You see echoes of it in Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson, even Good Omens with Aziraphale and Crowley's chaotic energy. Even the concept of being delusional in a fun way, that's Don Quixote's legacy. He's the blueprint for every main character energy arc. If you've been intimidated by classics, Don Quixote is a great place to start. It's funny, it's surprisingly relatable, and it'll make you want to romanticize your life just a little more. So grab a copy, pick a cozy spot, and let me know what you think. Are you Team Quixote, delusional and proud, or Team Sancho, keeping it real? And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into books that still matter.